And welcome back to Todd Road here. Round 5 of the SP Tools Australian Kart Championship presented by Castrol. The championship deciding weekend, the grand final weekend, KA3 Junior C versus D is back out on circuit. Pip Casabeni, one of the championship contenders, will start off pole position. So after Will Thompson's third place, he's only 11 points behind in the championship. So if he takes home this heat win, he'll go 1 point in front. All of these points provisional. Points stand in Hamish Campbell. He's had a great weekend so far, a standout weekend since he became a junior. He'll be off the outside of the front row. Jake Swizek will be out of position 3. Darcy Hine out of position 4. Baxter Jarrett and James Anagostiadis. Keep an eye on James. He'll be steaming after that heat earlier today. Noah Enright out of P7. Romeo Nasser out of P8. Charlotte Page and Jordan Wickham round out your 10. Proudford Nelda, Kennedy, Risdale, Wasley, Bartlett your 15. Wrigley, Mifsud, Speed, Cooper Fish and Andrew Fitzpatrick round out your 20. Should get a start this time round. This championship, it's going to continue to go to the wire here. So James Anagostiadis currently 24 points adrift in the championship. Can he make his move from position 6 to come right back into play? So they come down to our starters' orders now. Lights out and they're underway. Very even start. Pip Casabeni's going to hold on though as they run down to turn number 1. Campbell's going to have to try and slot in. And he will take into third spot. Yes, Hine. Oh, Hine's gone very hard and ran wide. Drops back to 6th spot there. Anagostiadis slides up into 5th. So, Pip Casabeni, your race leader. And now Anagostiadis makes his way up to P4. So, James, he's got the elbows out here. He's trying to make his way forward. Pick up as many points as possible. So, the top 3. Pip Casabeni out of that pro karting stable. Schweizek out of the kart class team. And Campbell out of Tyler Greenbury Racing. They're all at the front. 1 in the books. 9 to go. Casabeni's got 0.24 of a second as they cross the line. Anagostiadis, so he was the winner on the opening lap, made his way up to P4. So Pip Casabeni, though, coming under pressure from Schweizerk there in 2nd spot. So this battle is really starting to intensify at the front. The top 5, they've got a bit of a gap back to the battle from 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. But Anagostiadis, he's trying to close in on the Queenslander in 3rd spot. Campbell's trying to close in on that top 2. They come off the Iami Hill, down the SP Tools front straight away. 2 in the books. Pip Casabeni out in front. New fastest lap for James Anagostiadis. So he's setting purples out there on the circuit in 4th position. Pip Casabeni, though, out in front. If he's to stay how it is, he'll take a 1-point lead in this incredible KA3 Junior Championship, but plenty more to play out as they head down the rock back straight away.
Yeah, great start there from Pip to hold on to it. Shazek, the swizzle stick in 2nd. He's really pushing on here. Up and over the Iami Hill they go. Both Casabeni and Shazek starting to get a slight gap over Hamish Campbell in the edge back machine, the number 4. And then Anagostiadis, he's there behind. He'll want to try and go with Hamish Campbell, who's actually closed right in. These two have really closed up with each other. In fact, we've got a new race leader. Schweizek's got through at the opening corner. So Schweizek, your new champion, your new race leader in front of Pip Casabeni. And then that's given Campbell the impetus to close the gap, which is exactly what James Anagostiadis needed. And he's got Baxter Jarrett right on his tail. So can Anagostiadis get involved in the fight here? Across the top they go. Down the front straight away. Casabeni, he's another one of the Australians about to take part in the Ferrari Driver Academy shootout. Up into Pang, side-by-side action, and he goes back to 3rd now. As Hamish Campbell goes into 2nd. Campbell doesn't have a reason to care too much out there at the moment. As we sit right now, Casabeni is 3 points behind William Thompson in the championship race battle. And Anagostiadis just trying to close on in here if you're James, you're 17 points off the championship lead. You want to try and at least get one of these, especially Casabeni, who sits in front of you, and then see what else might eventuate from there. However, there's no denying Schwazek up the front. He leads away by 0.255, and Hamish Campbell has just done the quickest lap of the race, while also being able to get through on Pip Casabeni. So there's pace to burn for the young red-headed Gold Coaster in second.
They're all feeling the heat out there. I just seen Pip have a look over his shoulder, so he's watching where James Anagostiadis is. But our SP Tools leaderboard, it's Schweizek, Campbell, Casabeni, Anagostiadis, Jarrett, your 5, Enright, Hine, Page, Wickham, Nasser, your 10, Kennedy, Wasley, Bartlett, Ristel, Proudford, Nelda, 15th, and Jed Wrigley in position number 16 as this top 5 battle continues down the SP Tools front straight away. But as they stand, the gap will stay the same in the championship. It'll stay at 3 points. Thompson was able to grab a third spot. At the moment, Casabeni's running in third, so no change in the standings. But there's plenty still to play out. We've still got 4 laps to go. They're on lap 7 of 10. And Casabeni, he's doing everything he can to get back on terms with this top 2. He's closing in on Hamish Campbell as they go through the double ride. If he's able to pick up one of those spots, it'll be back to 1 point. If he's able to pick up both, he'll take the lead by 1 point. This shows, after 4 rounds of racing into the final round, how close this championship is. They go through Castrol turn number 1, through the dog leg. Pip's really coming alive here in the back end of this one. He's all over the back of Hamish Campbell as they head down to the pit U-turn for another time. Campbell had a little bit of a look at Schweizek. It's narrowing up, though, all the time. There's the top 4. Anagostiadis, he'll be cheering under that helmet. Start fighting. Casabeni has a look up the inside. Couldn't get it done. They head up the Iami Hill. This one is well and truly alight.
Yeah, just been watching the body language of Pip Casabeni in that number 19 in third position as he bounces in the seat, the pro-karting machine down the front straight away. You can almost hear him cheering himself on. Big move there from Campbell. He came from absolutely nowhere to take the lead out of Schwazek. He was miles behind and got through to the lead, and the net result is that Casabeni's gone to P2, and that's really brought then the number 9 of Anagostiadis into play. So through the LeConte corner they go, and now up to the left-hander. Hamish Campbell, that was dynamic. And Schwazek, he caught pneumonia with the breeze as Campbell went through to the race lead. Now that's given Casabeni exactly what he wants. He's moved to second. He's 2 places in front of Anagostiadis, but he's right on the tail of Campbell as they go down into turn number 1. Remember, there's no revision mirrors in these things. You are just absolutely going for it. And that can come completely unexpected as that would have been. He had to be 2 cut lengths behind. Now look at this as they go to LeConte. They're into the back of each other. You've got to be careful that you don't hit the driver in front of you too hard, because you may get a place penalty following. And now they're bottling up behind Campbell. It's the Campbell train out there. Through the left-hand, a big move from Schwazek up the inside of Casabeni. He takes Anagostiadis with him up to third. So Casabeni's dropped back to 5th place. And the number 23, Baxter Jarrett, that was the last lap of the race. Campbell gets the win. Was too involved in what was going on to see that it was the last lap. Schwazek home in second. Anagostiadis home in third spot. Then Casabeni, followed by Jarrett, then Hayne, Enright, Page, Wickham and Nasra. Rounds out your top 10. What that does from a championship point of view provisionally is that William Thompson's lead sits at 4 points. Boy, that was crazy.